Hello my dear students, myself Dr. Nilesh Kumar Gupta. I am working as a professor at EC department Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad. So today I will start further the discrete Fourier transform. This is my lecture number 2 of discrete Fourier transform, and that title is discrete Fourier transform part 2. Okay. So earlier I told you about the Fourier transform. If you take the Fourier transform for discrete time signal, so it is different than CTFT. Okay. So that I will tell you today in this lecture. Now another example, because last time I told you examples for calculation of DFT. How you calculate the DFT of the sequence is x of n is given to you. Now the question for IDFT. If you want to IDFT, the question is what? Find the inverse DFT, IDFT of x of k. This is your signal that is given in the question. If x of k is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Now arrow is not given to you. Okay. If arrow is given to you, then you can assume from the arrow your sample starts. Okay. Here. So here you can assume at 0 its value is 1, at 1 it is 2, at 2 it is 3 and then 4. So this x of k or frequency domain of the discrete time signal is given to you. You have to calculate a small x of n, or you require here IDFT. Okay. So you know the formula of inverse DFT. What? This is x of n is equal to जैसे हमने देखा था कि यदि x of n आपको दिया है तो then you can calculate is x of k taking its DFT. Now if you want to take its IDFT, so capital X of k is given to you. Now you have to calculate x of n, and the formula for x of n is equal to 1 upon n summation k 0 to n minus 1 x of k into e to the power plus ka j 2 pi k n by n. Here capital N is the length of the sequence. This is your n point IDFT, because in DFT and IDFT your sequences is of finite length. That is why always we say n point DFT, n point IDFT. N means the finite length of sequence. You can assume another terms also. Okay. Generally books are referring these terms of capital N, that shows that the length of the sequence is finite here, like capital N. Okay. So this is the formula by which you can calculate easily your small x of n. So now your n is equal to 4, because 1, 2, 3, 4 your length of sequence is 4. Okay. Now you are putting the formula here, your n is equal to 4. So what you know, x of n is equal to 1 upon 4 summation k 0 to 3, because you are going from 0 to 1, 2, 3, that is why 0 to 3 n minus 1. Okay. If you apply this here, because capital N is equal to 4, then also you have to go from 0 to 4 minus 1, it means 0 to 3, or generally you are going from 0 to 3 here from the given sequence here. Okay. So x of k into e to the power j 2 pi n k by n. Okay. And small n is equal to, you can put here 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Correspondingly you can determine your small x of n from capital X of k. So at first you put small n is equal to 0. If you put small n is equal to 0, so x of 0 is equal to 1 upon 4 summation k 0 to 3 x of k into e to the power j pi. Okay. Because your small n is equal to 0, so it is 0 into k by 2, and e to the power 0 is equal to 1. So 1 upon 4. Now you have to add your x of k here from 0 to 3. At 0 it is 1, then 2, 3, 4. So it will be 5 by 2. So x of k at 0 its value is 5 by 2. Now you put n is equal to 1. So if you put n is equal to 1, then x of 1 is equal to 1 upon 4 summation k 0 to 3 x of k into e to the power j pi small n is equal to 1 into k by 2. Now 1 upon 4, again you have to put the x of k value at from 0 to 3. So at 0 its value is 1 and k is equal to 0. At 1 your x of k is equal to what? It is 2 into e to the power j pi by 2 plus 3 e to the power j pi. plus 4 e to the power j 3 pi by 2. So, simply you are putting the value here and solve the terms here. Here terms you are getting in terms of e to the power. So, like if I have to calculate e to the power j pi by 2. So, I know e to the power j pi by 2 is equal to क्या होगा फॉर्मूले से, it will be cos of pi by 2 plus j into sin pi by 2. You know cos pi by 2 is equal to 0 and sin pi by 2 is 1. So, it will be j. So, answer will be j. So, it will be 2 into j. So, again 1 upon 4 1 plus 2 into j, again 3 into e की power j pi. So, e की power j pi is equal to what, cos pi plus j sin pi. You know sin pi is equal to 0, cos pi is equal to minus 1. So, its value is minus 1. So, minus 1 3 into minus 1 plus 4 into e की power j 3 pi by 2. E की power j 3 pi by 2 is equal to cos 3 pi by 2 plus j sin 3 pi by 2. So, you will solve this and you will get it is minus of j. Again you have to solve this and you will get this one. So, small x of 1 you will get here what, minus 1 upon 2 minus j 1 upon 2. So, this is the your value at small n is equal to 1. Okay. Next, again you have to put small n is equal to 2. So, what, x of 2 is equal to 1 upon 4 into summation k 0 to 3 x of k into e की power j pi k. Okay. Putting all the value you will get this simplified value. Now, you have to put, because x of k is equal to what is given to you, what it is 1 2 3 4, at 0 it is 1, then 2 3 4 values are given to you. Again you have to put here 1 plus this one, again you have to solve e की power j pi is equal to cos pi plus j sin pi. Okay. And you have to solve, because cos pi is equal to minus pi, sin pi is equal to 0. So, 2 into minus 1, again you have to put another values and you will get minus 1 upon 2. So, x of 2 is equal to minus ka 1 upon 2. Again you have to put n is equal to 3. So, again similarly you have put what, small n is equal to 3, then you will get 1 upon 4 summation k 0 to 3 x of k into e की power j 3 pi by k by 2. Now, again you have to put the values here and you will get the answer here, this one, what, at small n is equal to 3, x of 3 is equal to this one. Now, you are getting x of n is equal to 0, it was 5 by 2, at 1 it was this one, at 2 it was this one, okay, and at 3 it was this one, okay, this was at small n is equal to 3. So, easily you can calculate your DFT and IDFT, and I hope that it is clear to everybody how you calculate the discrete Fourier transform and its inverse discrete Fourier transform by simply putting the values and solve the terms here. Again a question we will see here, what in this question, what is asking, find the 4-point DFT. It means you have to find out DFT only for 4 point for this sequence. Now, sequence values are not given to you, the generalized form of sequence is given to what, x n is equal to cos n pi by 4 and you have to calculate 4 point. Okay. So, given n is equal to 4 here, what it is given to you here. Now, you have to, at first you have to find out its sequence value. Okay. How you calculate? You have to put small n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. So, if you are putting 0, cos 0 is equal to 1, you know. If you are putting 1, so cos pi by 4 is equal to 1 upon root 2, that is 0.707, then it will be 0, then minus 0.70. So, this is your x of small x of n. Now, you have to find out capital X of k, DFT, n point DFT. You know the formula of n point DFT, capital X of k is equal to summation n 0 to n minus 1, small x of n into e to the power minus ka j 2 pi k n by n. Here capital N is equal to what? 4. So, you have to go from 0 to 3 or 0 to 3 you are going here obviously, x of n into e to the power minus ka j 2 pi n k by 4 Now you solve this. So, x of k is equal to what you will get? You will get x of k is equal to this one. What? Small n g from summation from small n 0 to 3 small x of n into e to the power minus ka j pi k n by 2, where k is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. Now, you have to put the value, okay, step by step. Okay. At first, you are putting the value k is equal to 0. Okay. So, if you are putting the value k is equal to 0, so x of 0 is equal to, it will be, you will get 1, because what? Your x of k you are getting here, you are calculating, you are solving this equation for x of k, and x of n is given to you what? It will be 1, okay, what? 1.7070 and minus ka 0.707. So, this x of n is given to you. From this x of n you have to calculate x of 0. So, if you are putting k is equal to 0, so it will be x of n from 0 to 3 you have to add here. So, if you add here, so you will get, it will be equal to 1. That is why your x of 0 is equal to 1 you are getting here. Again you are putting k is equal to 1. Okay. So, if you are putting k is equal to 1, so summation n 0 to 3 small x of n into e की power minus j pi what? 1, because k is equal to 1 n by 2. So, again you have to put the value here, okay. These value you will get here, okay. Now, you have to solve this one e की power minus का j pi by 2. So, e to the power minus का j pi by 2 is equal to what? क्या होगा ये? cos pi by 2 minus j sin pi by 2, और sin pi by 2 is equal to क्या होता है? 1. So, it will be minus का j. So, it will be minus का j. So, 1 plus 0.707 into minus j plus 0. Now, minus 0.707, now this one e की power minus का j 3 pi by 2. E to the power minus का j 3 pi by 2, how you calculate? Cos 3 pi by 2 minus j sin 3 pi by 2. Okay. So, again you have to solve, then it will, you will get, it will be equal to j. Now, your answer will be 1 minus j 1.414, and this is the value at k is equal to 1. Again similarly, you are putting k is equal to 2, then you will get capital X of 2 is equal to summation n 0 to, that is n from 0 to 3. Okay. You can put the this value also here, but your signal is going from 0 to 3 only. Okay. So, you will get, then you will get your x of 2 is equal to, finally it will be equal to 1. Again k is equal to 3. So, x of 3 is equal to x n into e की power minus का j pi 3 n by 2. Again you have to put value here, because x of n is equal to what? It was given to you 1.7070 minus का 0.707. Okay. So, you are putting here the value this one, this one, this one. Okay. Now, e की power minus का j 3 pi by 2. So, e की power minus का j 3 pi by 2, what will be value of this? It will be cos 3 pi by 2 minus j sin 3 pi by 2. Okay. Sorry, 3 pi by 2. So, if you solve the value of this cos, cosine and sine terms, so you will get, it will be equal to j. Similarly, e की power minus का j 9 pi by 2. So, cos 9 pi by 2 minus j sin 9 pi by 2, you will get, it will be minus का j, and its value will be 1 plus j 1.41. So, now you are getting the value of x of k. It was at k is equal to 0 was 1. At k is equal to 1, it will be 1 minus j 1.414. At 2 it was 1. At 3 it will be 1 plus j 1.414. So, in this way you can calculate the your discrete Fourier transform easily by the formula if your input sequence is given to you. Okay. Now we will we come on properties here. Okay. So, because this is the your Fourier transform and a type of transform. Okay. So, if you are having any type of transform, okay, like Fourier transform, Laplace, Z transform, you know there must be some properties also. So, we will talk about the properties of DFT. The properties of DFT are useful in the practical techniques for processing the signals, the various properties we will see here, like periodicity. What I told you initially in DFT? In DFT, your signal's length is of finite. It is of finite length and periodic. It will be periodic also. So periodicity always ये show करेगा. DFT में हमेशा आप याद रखना कि आपका चाहे इनपुट सिग्नल हो चाहे आउटपुट सिग्नल हो, आप चाहे एन पॉइंट DFT लो या एन पॉइंट IDFT लो, always your sequences are periodic and is of finite, because यदि finite length होंगे तभी periodic हो पाएंगे, यदि finite length नहीं है तो periodic कभी नहीं होंगे. ओके, सो always remember it, it shows the periodicity property. So periodicity property का मतलब क्या है कि if x of k is n point DFT of small x of n, the first line is common everywhere. Okay, what? Small xn is having DFT of capital Xk and capital Xk is having the IDFT of small xn, and n we are using here. It means small xn का n point DFT capital Xk है और capital Xk का n point IDFT small xn. Okay. So as per the periodicity, x n plus n is equal to small x of n for all the value of n, and x of capital X of k plus n is equal to x of k for all the value of k. So this is your periodicity property. It means whenever you are taking the DFT, you are using the DFT, to always remember it ki that your signals always are periodic. Okay. Next, linearity. Linearity is the common property, you know. It is very simple. What? If you are having two signals, time domain x, small x1n and x2n, and its DFTs are x1k and x2k. So a1 x1n plus b x2n, a x1n plus b x2n का n point DFT होगा a x1k plus b x2. So this is your linearity property, that if you are having x1 and x2 two signals are in time domain. So as per the linearity property, its n point DFT will be a1 x1k plus b x2k, where capital X1k and capital X2k are n point DFTs here. Okay. Now shifting property. Okay. So shifting property, what it says, xpn, okay, that is periodic sequence in discrete domain with period of n. So which is obtained by extending xn periodically here. Shifting property, it means you have to shift your signal periodically here, like xpn is equal to, you can write here summation L minus infinity plus infinity small x of n minus L n minus Ln. Okay. So if you have to shift your signal in time domain, so there will be another shift in frequency domain also. Okay. So you can see here in this property, shifting property, है ना, and here your shifting is not common shifting like time shifting, frequency shifting. Here always your shift in signal that we call circular. Why? Because your sequence are periodic. Okay. If the sequence are periodic, and periodicity always you can obtain in only in periodic signals. Whenever the signals what? In circle, because in circle you can say that periodicity is possible. So always you have to shift your signal circularly. So always we call circular time shift in DFT, circular frequency shift, circular you can say time reversal, circular convolution, circular correlation. Always you have to shift your signal circularly due to its periodic property of sequences. Okay. That is of finite length. Now again your convolution theorem. So this is the that's a very common theorem. What? If you are having two signals, small x1n and small x2n, small x1n is DFT capital X1 omega, and x2n is having n point DFT x2 omega. Okay. So about as per the convolution x1 and convolution x2n is equal to क्या होगा, x1 omega into x2 omega. ये होता ही हमारा, हम पढ़ते हुए हमेशा से आ रहे हैं फोरियर ट्रांसफॉर्म, लाप्लास ट्रांसफॉर्म में. what ki that if you take the convolution between the two signals, then what its transform will be simple multiplication of those signals transform. Okay. So, what we can write also here, you can prove also here what x n is equal to x 1 and convolution x 2 n. You know the formula of linear convolution here. So, it will be x 1 k into x 2 of n minus k. Now, you can take the DFT here, simple Fourier transform, DFT not you can say here, you can say here DTFT, what n minus infinity you can say, and x n into e की power minus का j omega n. Now, n minus plus infinity x of this one. So, x of n is what? You are taking the convolution between the two signals here. So, here you can use this formula. Okay. So, x n is equal to this one. Okay. So, again you have to put x n is equal to this here. Okay. So, if you interchange this and solve this, then you will get x 1 omega into x 2 omega. So, what says this property? This property says, hence if two signals are converted in the time domain, then it is equivalent to multiplying their spectra and frequency. So, this is the common theorem you can say, common हम पढ़ते हैं इसको हमेशा वही है. ओके कि यदि कोई दो सिग्नल हमारे हैं, ठीक है, तो it converted in time domain, it is equivalent multiplying their spectra and frequency. Simple x 1 k into x 2 k or x 1 omega into x 2 omega. Omega is for continuous domain and k is for discrete domain. Okay. Omega means you are taking the Fourier transform discrete, but that is DTFT. But in case of DFT, you prefer x k, and in the convolution that we will study here circular convolution. Okay. Now, time reversal of a sequence. So, x of n DFT is x of k. Okay. So, time reversal means x of minus n, DFT will be x of minus k. Mod of n means the period of n. You can write this one x of minus k with period of n. So, you can write in this form, that is why the meaning of this mod of n. Now, hence when the n point sequence in time domain is reversal, so it is equivalent to reversing the DFT. It means यदि आप x of minus n टाइम रिवर्सल सिग्नल का DFT निकाल रहे हैं, तो it will be x of minus k. Okay. And you are assuming here this one. This one means n point DFT you are calculating here. Now, circular time shift. Small x of n is having DFT of x of k. So, small x of n minus l, it means you are shifting your signal in time domain by l. So, your DFT will be x of k into e की power minus का j 2 pi k l by n. So, here what we are representing here, shifting of the sequence by l units in time domain equivalent to multiplication of e to the power minus का j 2 pi k l by n in frequency. So, these are the properties that we will see here. Okay. So, in next class I will tell you about other properties of DFT. Okay. Thank you very much.